Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Benchviews Sports Show with myself, Joey, to my left, Niko, and the boy Garcia on my far left. I think only one place to start, innit? The midweek fixture. Man City versus Arsenal, obviously, 4-1.
Can I just say something? I think that's 3 weeks in a row you lot come to Arsenal straight away.
Top of the league, we start top of the league, innit?
You lot are on to us, bro.
What? Boys, you smell that?
Is it top of the league?
Top of the league?
So what?
Garcia, what? Top of the league.
We'll have to give it courtesy here, I think.
Got a bit awkward.
Rob's hands like Birdman. Alright, so
yeah, let's get into it anyway. Obviously, Man City ran out 4-1 winners. Could have been 6, could have been 7 if Haaland had the shooting boots on. Talk us through it, Gus. We'll let you take the floor for this one still before we get into the weekend's fixtures.
Can you handle the pressure bet in your team? Or
Where?
I've just
Just big broad. Arteta, innit? Big broad him, innit? Arteta tactically got better of him back at Emirates.
Yeah.
Obviously, Pep switched it up for the last few weeks and just big broad him, man. Took the whole team for a session. Yeah, man. They just that De Bruyne, Haaland link up was absolutely
crazy.
Killed us, man.
Crazy.
Them long balls, we couldn't deal with it, man.
But I got to say as well, like Haaland's overall gameplay the last couple of weeks has been phenomenal for me. Like, he ain't just been everyone's saying, Haaland only scores goals, he's only good in the penalty area. No, he was taking the ball down, turning, playing intricate passes with Kevin De Bruyne, obviously, and bringing Jack Grealish into play and stuff like that. His hold-up play was phenomenal on Thursday, man.
This is what I'm saying. I think this is why he's making that Man City team, like, obviously banging in goals from last season, like a very good team to, like, I think, great team now.
To the next level, innit?
Because now they can go, that's what they do. They'll go a long ball, straight into him. And then from there, just hold on, like, Holding couldn't do nothing, Gabriel couldn't do nothing, and then Partey was not picking up. It was hard for him to pick up De Bruyne.
They switched up the gameplay. They
yeah, man, it's really switched it up, man.
You guys probably didn't expect that.
They
what great
went to like
teams
a
do.
4-4-2. And then tactically, like I said, man, he just scored Arteta. It's a shame that obviously Arteta didn't really adapt to that. And yeah, man.
What's your point of view of that? Because I know there was a few talks as well. I remember you seeing the post-match analysis, and Martin Keown was going on about how he wants Arteta to stick to the philosophy.
That's got him here.
Basically. Yeah, that's got him there. But
like, you stick to the same principles.
But in these type of games, like the crunch ones, don't you think he maybe had to switch up a little bit more?
No, I hear it.
Tinker things.
Like, obviously, when we press, we're known as a pressing team now. We press from high up. But I think it's just changing the principles of certain things, or still keep the principles of the way we play football. But it's like when you're going to press them, we saw what City done. They adapted to us because they know we pressed them. So what they did, they go long balls. I didn't see it. We saw for the build up for the goal. Edison had an opportunity to actually go long straight away, but he said I think he took too long and gave it to Stones, and the Stones went straight to over.
And Pep got onto
him. And then after as they were celebrating, Pep got onto Edison. Like released the ball, like get into Haaland straight away. So they adapted, man. Because you see, they used to like playing straight up from the back. They still were playing out from the back. Yeah. But usually they were going a bit longer. Yeah. Straight into Haaland. And then he saw it for the first goal. So he brought it down, knocked it on. And then the rest was history, man. And again, I think we didn't adapt to that. And then, yeah, man, they were just on it, man.
I'll be honest, you lot are lucky. Like I said prior, it could have been 6, 7. If Haaland had taken the chances. Ramsdale kept you in the game. Kept you in the game.
He's been missing for a couple of weeks. Back up again for us.
Weren't enough, man. 4 goals.
I know, but the amount he stopped for us, it's just, yeah, man. Yeah, man, tactically, they wanted it more than us, man.
Speaking of tactically, though, I do think, though, that you guys need to learn how to adapt to games and situations.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So
totally agree.
Like, all the great teams, like, over the years, especially in the Premier League, for example, like, during the Fergie era, he was always adapting to the situation, to the game. No matter how you win, is how you win. Yeah. And Pep's sort of doing that as well. Yeah. So Liverpool, like, they have one way, and that's probably the reason why they've only won one league in the past few years. In the so-called great era. But I think Arteta needs to come to a point and just put his ego to the side and say, look, not all games are meant to be played this way. Like,
just the way, like, just defensively, like when we're off the ball, like the way that he should have set up differently, man. Because like he really thought that we could go to Etihad and literally cause mistakes from the back, and they knew what to do. Straight long balls into Haaland, and again they can mix it up now. They can add that to their game now, or they can play in behind someone. So even De Bruyne, he was going out for the ball, and then Haaland was running off him. Do you know what I mean? So he's a complete striker, man. Like you can play into him, or you can play in behind the space.
I've been saying that he's a complete striker, and this narrative about people saying, "Oh, Haaland's only good in the box from 3-4 yards out," and no, but we've seen in Germany, he was even running in behind. He makes runs in behind, like he does. His gameplay, he can play in any type of way, more than one way. Haaland's a joke, man. Even today, earlier. Like his link-up play is so good in things. He brings other people into play. And it's not just like, I'm going to sit up in the box and wait for it to come in, and I'm going to head it, and I'm going to score. I'm going to wait for it to drop. That's not his game at all, man. So, in saying that, like obviously City are now in the driving seat, boys. What do you reckon? Are they on course for the third title in a row?
Sadly, man. I think they're going to emulate equal United's repeat as well. Not a good sight, but it was on Arsenal, but
United can still stop.
No. I mean, not the treble. I mean the three-peat. I think we can't stop that. But that was up to you guys. But nah, man. Like I don't see it. I really don't. And a lot of people do say the City are probably gonna be dropping points here and out. But do we see Arsenal winning all their fixtures either? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not just we got to focus on City's fixtures. You got to focus on Arsenal's fixtures. You got some tough games coming up, man. It's not easy. Even though City obviously may have some couple of difficult ones, but like we've said many times, like everyone says all the time, City have been here before. This is what they do. This is their bread and butter. It hurts to say, but it is. Like Pep's done it throughout. City's done it at Bayern, he's done it at Barca. It's nothing new.
And I think again today, when he played against Fulham away, was another piece of evidence to prove that, because it weren't a foregone conclusion. Fulham brought the game to them today, and they managed to still get over the line. Like they played the right way. Obviously, Haaland scored the penalty, and Alvarez scored a fabulous goal from outside the box. Like don't get me wrong, there were two. Well, Haaland was the penalty, but fair play, you have to score those. But Alvarez's goal was just that extra bit of quality that's needed to win you games. And obviously, especially when you're under the cosh as well, because Fulham were really in the game. They were really in the game.
And it shows their bench again.
Yeah.
Come on for what? You replaced De Bruyne basically, and then he stepped up. The winner.
Exactly. And their game management as well, especially for the last 10 minutes or so. Like Fulham couldn't lay a glove on them after. So as the best teams do it, innit? And City are the best team, right? For me anyway. So
like you said, man, I think that goal that you said that the Julian Alvarez's goal, I mean, it reminded me a bit of like when City needed a goal and it was against Leicester and Vincent Kompany out of nowhere. I don't know if you don't remember.
30 yards,
and he just come and just smash it top bins. Like these type of just you can't, man. You can't write this stuff.
It's crazy.
And Alvarez, that's their second choice striker.
He's still got 15 goals in the league.
And he's got 15 goals
in the season. Sorry, not
there's some people could probably say, and it's be hard to argue, that he could probably be the second best striker in the league this season.
What, number 9?
Yeah, like borrowing who?
Harry Kane.
But if I get Harry here, I forgot about him. But in terms of like, if he was to be starting every single game,
he can go to another top 6.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And then you never know. You don't know. Bear in mind, he's a World Cup winner as well.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's scary. It's very scary.
I want to still stick to Arsenal for 1 second, and I want to ask you guys here, yeah.
Of course you do.
Obviously, like, no wins in 4 for Arsenal.
Yeah.
We touched on it briefly last week and the week before. Some of your big players.
Yeah, I
think we need to have a dialogue about this. Saka.
Yeah.
Gabriel Jesus. Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, they all gone missing. Even Ramsdale to a point, also he saved us.
He saved you.
He turned it back up after a few weeks.
But we need to have a dialogue about Bukayo Saka, because we can't do this. Oh, he's only 21. No. We're not doing that. You're with the big boys now. So,
like all them games that we played that we haven't won, there was a point where we was under the cosh, and I think he wasn't able. He didn't get the opportunity to sort of get into attacking position because we were so busy defending. Like we weren't playing well. And then credit to him, he did get that win. Not the winner, the equaliser for us against Southampton. So he did get a big goal for us.
I'm talking about Thursday though, bro, man.
Oh, Thursday.
But even in, I don't. Fair enough. In the Southampton game, I feel like he stepped up.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking prior to that, before
that's what I'm saying. Like,
West Ham.
Missed that pen against West Ham.
Yeah, against West Ham, Liverpool. Like
that's what I said. A few of our players have gone missing. Like Gabriel's gone back down.
And Holding's not been too bad.
Holding ain't been too bad. He's been a scapegoat again.
He's been a scapegoat.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I feel like this whole like, if Saliba was still playing, like we would still be top, but we'd still be a bad.
I don't think so. I
reckon he had a bit more calm. I think we'd have had a better shout.
But I don't think Holding's been bad though.
He hasn't been bad, but the thing is,
I know you're saying he brings a different aura to. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
But even when you had Saliba playing, you guys were still conceding goals. It's not like you guys were keeping clean sheets. You guys were leaking in goals, like 2 goals coming back from like I said, the Bournemouth game. Those games after that and before that, you guys were conceding a lot of goals. So it's not like Saliba was making defensively.
I don't know, man.
A big difference.
I don't know, man. Obviously, again, Holding's just a scapegoat in it, so there's no point in getting on to him. Like, but I don't know. I think Saliba still changed a lot, man, because he was crucial to that whole build-up throughout the whole season up until now, until when he got injured. So,
but to say just one player is the difference.
I don't think
between like you and not winning the title and you not winning it. It's a bit crazy. Like look how, for example, like Brighton. Look how many changes they made in their game when they won, and what they still got on with it, still won. Like big key players, and you guys missing.
Playing in different pressure situations as well.
I'll keep it real, yeah.
But you're Arsenal.
I keep it. I keep it.
Not an Arsenal team that's been there. Let's remember.
I keep it real, yeah. I feel like everyone's gonna be like, oh, Spurs fan, no. But now, when on the pod we talk football, and we really talk football here. So, what I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, I feel like you lot are looking for excuses now because, like, simple thing with how it's gone this week now. It's like, we weren't supposed to be here anyway. We weren't supposed to be here anyway.
Yeah. Remember, it's true.
No,
but was we ever supposed to be here?
Whether or not you're supposed to be here or not, you are here.
No, of course.
You've been top of the league for 214 days, bro. Or I think it's even more than that.
I was waiting for that.
Bro, you've been top from game week 1 to game week 34 for a brief 2-week period where we were top in February for a brief 2-week period. But come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, no.
Don't like.
You bear in mind, you lot threw away the cup competitions.
Brother, you
easily
instead of focusing on the league, and then it's like, we were supposed to be here now anyway. We won the league.
I've always said myself, I don't expect us to win the league still.
That's why I feel sorry for you in a way, because you're getting the brunt of it. Even though you have been the most humble out of everyone.
I knew that we have not been here, so until they write our name into that Premier League thing, I
feel it for him because he can't even grill him because he's been honest the whole time. But
I've said it, like I know, like we've never been in a situation. So
the way I look at you now, right, it's like Phil Mitchell whiskey bottle, taking all the heat.
I've probably played 70% to their best throughout the whole season, and then to the last 10 games
when it's really mattered, bro. I'll be real. I guess I gotta give you. I'll give you your dues because you've been saying it from the beginning. April's where it's at.
I said it, bro.
He said April's where it's at. And fair enough.
Like, certain man rolling here with bucket hats aren't here today. Why are they not here?
Why? Where are you? Why are you not here?
We failed that April
test. Even at the big one the first time he came, where is he now? He's gone silent.
DJC Fuego, man. Don't worry, we ain't forgot you, big man.
There's a couple fans out there. We know who they are.
You know who they are as well. Yeah, off camera.
They wanna
killing us, man.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to shed some more light on Haaland today because obviously equaled the record. It was 34th goal in Premier League today.
So Andy Cole and who? Shearer.
And he's leveled with Andy Cole and Shearer. But let's be honest, Haaland's one's more impressive because he's been in less games.
Yeah.
So they played 42, whereas in this generation here we play 38, and he scored 34 in 33. If our City played now, City played 33, if they play 34, play 33. So more goals in games in the Premier League. We've never seen that before. So I don't think it's stopping anytime soon. But yeah, shout out to
50
him.
goals,
50 goals in all competitions.
In like 40-something games for.
Yeah, and he still could potentially play another 10. So. Shout out to Erling Haaland, man. He has to go down as player. He has to go down as player of the season. He has to.
Yeah.
Would you say he's the best player in the world on form right now?
I mean, like I've been bigging up his overall gameplay, so I have to say yes.
Yeah,
I'd have to say yes.
I think these games now, when it comes down to like the Madrids, what he does against them.
Yeah, what he done against Bayern was bullied them, bullied Bayern, big Bayern.
Especially the fact he missed the penalty as well and managed to still have the mentality to bring it still. So, but yeah, I'd say so. Haaland's the man right now still.
His mentality is what it is, I think. Like you said, he's just, the guy's from Viking, just going through football, just rolling through defenses. Scary guy. Yeah, with a scary team around him as well.
Say moving on. Obviously. Well, cool. We'll move on to...
Where do we go?
Oh, God.
Merseyside?
Yeah, we're going to go to Merseyside, obviously. The big top four, well, not top four race, but European race. Liverpool versus Spurs.
So you didn't fancy the journey up there?
Nah. Last week was enough for me still. I got one more away game with me, and that's Leeds.
Did you bring that top home with you that last week? Or?
Oh no, I've actually had this for a very long time still. Right. I've had it since last season.
Is there a story behind that for today?
Yeah, I promised a friend I'd wear it still. I lost the bet, so I promised a friend I'd wear it. So
I mean, you're not big rivals with them, so
no, we're not big rivals with them. But I don't know.
I think you could be.
Well, it's going to be a rivalry now. I think for the next couple of years, it's going to definitely turn into a rivalry now, unfortunately. But anyway, we ain't speaking about Newcastle yet. Liverpool v Spurs. Obviously, again, the memes rolled out. First 10, 15 minutes, Spurs are 3-0 down again. Felt like PTSD, I'll be real, but yeah, man.
Not the first time this week you guys have conceded a lot of goals.
Yep.
Within the first few minutes,
2-0 down against Man United in the first half as well in midweek. Managed to show a bit of pride and a bit of spirit to obviously come back and draw the game 2-2, which in fairness, I think Spurs could have snatched it had Eric Dyer not missed from 4 yards out. But obviously, we could say that again for Bruno. Bruno hit the crossbar from 5 yards out as well. So it's one of them things, isn't it? But no, obviously, he wants to dissect this because I'm just going to intervene at some point in it.
Go?
Lucky win for Liverpool, would you say?
Most definitely. I mean, like, cool. Spurs are 3-0 down in the first 20 minutes, whatever you want to say, but they had throughout the whole 90 minutes, Spurs had the better chances in the game. To obviously,
chances as well.
Spurs hit the post 5 times, literally bang on 5 times.
Would you say one of those things like the scoring doesn't tell the result, like the real picture of the game?
Yeah, most definitely. And I want to go on record and say, like, Liverpool versus Spurs is the most cursed fixture there is.
Excuses or?
That's not an excuse. The files are there. The files are there. The receipts are there, bro. In this game, there's always some type of madness that goes on that swings into Liverpool's favour.
Yeah.
I could list off so many situations.
Yeah.
We'd be here all day.
But you're also the enemy of your own downfall.
Oh, most definitely. Spursy, it's a real thing. Spursy's not just a fan. Yeah. It's not a fan banter thing. It's a real thing. And happened again today. Lucas Moura, what are you doing? We've just equalised from 3-0 down, and you're playing us pass back
that was
in the
insane.
99th minute.
Yeah. That was insane, man. That was self-implosion right there. I was thinking like you could even just boo it, right?
It away.
It's not that big a deal, and plus you still stay above you still stay above Liverpool if you draw this game, and the fact that it's just all that work for nothing. Richarlison getting his first Premier League goal of the season, First Prem goal. Now it doesn't like it was a big goal. Like had you guys drawn, but now it don't mean nothing.
Richarlison, and it's like amongst like the Spurs fans in my Spurs group chat, and we were all like, "Oh, we're gonna see Richarlison coming with a big piece of shit house with a score at the 88th minute or something," and it actually happened. And then another Brazilian come and just ruined the vibe, man. Just ruined it. Bro. But like to even speak on it, like, what do we think the issues are with Spurs at the moment and like starting games and stuff?
It's a big mixture of individual errors and team performance. Because how can you're playing 5 at the back and you go 3-0 down in the first 10 minutes and that?
Yeah, that's
ridiculous, isn't it?
5 at the back.
It's incompetence. Yeah. Eric Dyer's not a defender. Eric Dyer, you're not a defender, bro. No. Pedro Porro, amazing going forward. Defensively, not that guy.
It's Trent. Another Spanish exotic drink.
Yeah, you can say that. Christian Romero, he excellent player, excellent player. However, he needs somebody next to him to kind of keep him calm.
Yeah.
But he just becomes rash and loses his head and stuff like that. Langley, it's all right. Ben Davis, I have my views on him already. Outdated player.
Yeah.
Perisic, again, going forward, that's where your strengths lie. Defensively, you're not that guy. Fraser Forster, I can't really knock you too tough, to be honest with you. You were superb in midweek. So, but yeah, just overall, just playing Skip and Højbjerg in midfield, it doesn't work. We're missing Bentancur massively. And I've been saying on record for a while as well. Anything we wanted to get out of the season died when Rodrigo Bentancur got injured. I've been saying that. As soon as he got injured, that's what I said. I knew it. So, yeah, man, it's like, I don't know, man.
You guys need a big revamp and just revamp your squad because
big rebuild.
What do you think of Ryan Mason? Like, obviously, I know he might not be the long-term solution, but do you feel like he's obviously it's not his fault you guys really lost that game because he done well to bring you back against United and against Liverpool. What do you think? Would you give him an opportunity, or if no one else comes, if there's no one else out there? Because the way I look at Tottenham, are they really attractive club for a manager to look at? Because the way that the whole club's like your CEO, is it a director or who's banned?
Paratici.
He's banned as well. Like
didn't he leave
stuff.
now?
He resigned.
He left completely now.
Yeah, he's resigned.
The whole thing, like the whole Kane situation. Imagine someone coming in.
I think there's little pieces that make the job attractive. Obviously, as it stands, Kane's still here. Obviously, on record, Son's still a good player on record. He's had a bad season, but overall, he's a quality player. You still have those two as it stands. Obviously, the training ground, the stadium.
Yeah, but then you see Levy,
Levy's the problem.
Like
Levy's the
money
problem.
at your disposal. Like basically, every man that's coming, they've got to sort of work just that squad. They haven't really.
There's players in that squad that have been there for years, and just even after all these years where there's been no success, you still stick to the same squad. I mean, it's like you're attempting the same thing over and over again and getting no success, but you got to change things up.
Ryan Mason's even come out prior to the Liverpool game and he said the issues with the managers that have come in, it's like you're better off playing to players' strengths.
Yeah, you got to play to the strengths,
play to the players' strengths than coming in and expecting them to play your way, but they haven't got the competency to play that way. So obviously the results are gonna show for themselves, which they have, innit? All the defensive errors and stuff like that.
I don't think they should stick with Ryan Mason, man.
I don't want to. But
I feel like the game against United, I feel it was just a bit of like Tottenham just came out with more energy in the second half. I reckon
isn't that down more to him as well? Like giving that little life to Tottenham, to the players.
The sign
they showed
to be fair,
I hear what you're saying.
Harry Kane even come out and said as well prior to the Liverpool game, he had a pre-match interview, and he was like, the players we've come out and we feel a bit more energized now that Ryan's taken charge.
They were calling for him even before Stellini took over.
Yeah, apparently.
We can't rely on energy to win trophies.
Of course.
Like otherwise, you know what I mean? Like you need more than that. Like,
it's not even about winning trophies at this point now. It's about getting the club back on the right direction. Because when I tell you the root of the club right now is so sour, everything's just so toxic. Obviously, there's protests now. Thankfully, I'm a part of the protest too. Don't worry. But like things are just so toxic at the moment, and I feel like something needs to be changed, man. Like from the top, things need to change now.
There's a lot of things that need to change, but it's how like. I'm saying, like, how do you do it? Like, you can obviously protest so much. United fans have been protesting for years. And we'll get into obviously, but only recently this sort of like just been coming to fruition, these type of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you got to protest so much? How much can you protest so these owners leave? Because they're businessmen, let's be honest. Like these type of guys, they're not football heads. You know what I'm saying? They're not football fans like that.
They're business.
Spurs' last big transfer was in Doble.
Yeah, 65 million, yeah.
Or 65. Since then.
And Juma's on loan, right?
On loan, yeah.
So I'm saying you guys are getting on loan players.
The irony is, Ndobe is just about to win the Serie A.
Yeah. That's not the first time Spurs players left you guys and gone and won a trophy. Yeah.
So that content it's a deep issue within the club. But yeah, what do we think of Liverpool? Obviously, they were let's not kid ourselves. They were lucky to get away with that result today. But they let a 3-goal lead slip at Anfield.
I think it's like we've been saying a while, like their attack is what's going to get them out of it. Because they're top heavy right now. I mean, very top heavy.
Yeah. Van Dijk got his
ankle
back to him.
Broken by Perisic. I would be like 38. One cut. It wasn't even nothing flash, like flaring.
It
chopped him.
Just chopped it. The man's back and ankle just all folded together.
This guy knee jerked and he bounced off.
Folded, big man. Just folded.
Oh my god.
But then, when you look at that, do you think that's because, I don't know if you realise here, but a lot of times, because also Trent's more inverted now, Van Dijk's having to go play that.
Yeah, he's been dragged out wide.
He's now in an awkward position. Do you think it's because of that as well? Because now I think Klopp really knows that he can't really, he has to protect Trent now. So now he's forcing that either Van Dijk or Konate that would usually drift out and put them in awkward positions. So do you reckon that's making him look bad now?
I feel like he's boosting the attack with Trent going forward.
Yeah, cool,
but then sacrificing defensively, like you said, he's having Van Dijk to cover. Van Dijk's not right back. Like you saw today, my guy's getting spun by Perisic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So he's I don't know if he's being smart about it, because I mean, he kind of is, because it kind of sort of paid off in some ways, like putting more on the attack but sacrificing defense. Obviously now I think he's there in the same situation, not exactly the same as Tottenham, but in terms of defensively, revamp that defense. I think give Trent a bit more competition. Robertson hasn't done too much wrong, and I think he's right, but I think I don't mind Tsimikas, don't know.
It hasn't really been.
But yeah, I think they need another revamp.
I want to say as well, we need to have a discussion about obviously the Jota and the Jota foul on Oliver Skip as well. So for me,
disgusting.
That's a red card.
That's a red card all day long.
The Premier League need to give us answers to as old what do they call the PGMOL?
Yeah,
they need to give us an answer.
Just get an apology. That's it.
You're not just gonna get an apology.
You know that's Jack or Casemiro.
Huh?
If that was Xhaka or Casemiro, straight red. That's so good. Oh my god, can't believe it. And then he goes
Liverpool,
and he goes to score the winner.
That's the thing.
That will burns the most.
Typical. It's typical.
Yeah.
Typical.
That's what I said. This game for you lot, like performance-wise, you can't be too disappointed.
No,
It's just.
Do you know what? Go on.
You can't be disappointed because it doesn't. But it's just that fact that you shot yourself in the foot. Plus the Jota. But that's what I'm saying. Like with Ryan Mason, like it's something that could give you a bit of hope towards the end.
But this is why said to you, look, this is a cursed fixture. Yeah. It's a cursed fixture. We hit the post 5 times today. On top of that, a man should have got red carded for kicking a man in his face, and he split his head open.
Yeah, he split his head open. Got sucked off straight away after that.
Yeah, and then on top of that, the guy goes and scores the winning goal in the last dying seconds of the game.
Did they look at the VAR after that? No. That's insane. Like, how do you see?
He got a yellow. That's it.
But as a referee, you look at that, right? You see the guy's boot goes high and onto his head, and then he's bleeding. Like, bro, that's
because it wasn't at a mad angle either. Like where he shouldn't. I think he had.
Nah, but bro, his foot was
his foot was high,
high in the sky, bro.
He didn't exactly like dive in head or anything.
It's not like Skip's gone down and headed it. Yeah, like the ball's high, his head's high, like he's not bent over or nothing. His body's straight. Jota's legs halfway up in the air.
It is very dangerous. And what do you expect? It's nothing new though from refs in the Premier League.
Just give an apology, bro.
Huh? That's what they've been doing.
We had against you lot. We had against Brentford. What are they gonna do Monday morning? Oh yeah, we apologise.
Yeah, we should have been a red card, but we apologise.
Yeah, I mean, so. After Brighton against Tottenham, these refs, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Best league in the world apparently, and worst
referees, I think.
And the worst refereeing.
But obviously, what's done is done, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Liverpool take the 3 points. Klopp celebrates. I don't want to get into him.
Pull the hammy.
The last question I want to ask you on this topic, though, boys, is who do we think is going to finish higher, Spurs or Liverpool? And if so, where do you think they're going to finish?
Does Liverpool start the game in hand?
Yes.
Like I said, Liverpool, they can easily go and win these last few games that they got.
Yeah, favourable fixtures they have. I said this last week.
Considering Liverpool this season, do we think that, even though they are favourable fixtures, do we think that they will get maximum points?
I think Liverpool only got only 2 away games. I think Liverpool have, is it 2 away games?
I'm not sure.
Liverpool 2 away games, the rest are all home.
Well, yeah.
If that's the case, then fair enough, eh? Fair enough.
They could. As long as I think the away games, like you said, because their away form is disgusting.
Still, I think that might be the toughest game we got. Brentford, maybe.
They currently sit fifth. Sorry, they're currently fifth as Spurs are sixth.
Fifth.
So
I mean, wait, I don't know, man. It depends on Spurs as well.
I think they'll definitely finish above Spurs. I think you guys. I don't know.
I think it's down to Spurs.
But then you could say it's down to Liverpool as well. Because they're above them with one game in hand, so really it's in Liverpool's hands, no? So I don't know, man. I don't know what I can say about that.
Liverpool, they're just getting through the results.
Yeah, Spurs. I don't know. I think they're in a bit of danger of falling further down the table.
Yeah,
because
Brian got 3 games in hand. I think two
games in hand. They're 2 points behind you.
Yeah.
Do you guys have
Villa in amongst it now as well?
Do you guys have any tough fixtures coming up?
No, I think those were our hard ones. Newcastle, United, and then Liverpool. I think the rest are. You got Palace. Then we got Palace.
What about relegation teams? You playing them?
We got Leeds. Last final game of the season, we got Leeds. We got Leeds, Villa.
You do have Villa.
Leeds, Villa, Crystal Palace, and Brentford. And Palace and Brentford we got at home, and then Villa and Leeds are away.
Yeah.
Those are our last 4 fixtures.
Yeah, I think Liverpool. Finish above. To be honest, in terms of where Tottenham finish, 6th or 7th in my eyes.
I see us beating Palace. I see us beating Brentford just about, and I see us beating Leeds because Leeds are horrible. But I think Villa will beat us. We've got Villa at Villa Park as well, so I think they'll beat us.
That's a sticky one now. You guys don't finish in top 4. I don't think you'll ever finish top 4. But what's now for your big players like Kane?
If you go Europa League, you got to go in and win it. But
so what for Kane? If you guys don't get, let's say, Champions League,
Kane's going Man United, man.
I can see that as well. Yeah,
he's going Man United.
I can see Levi holding it out and just making him.
He'll just go for free next season.
What I'm saying.
So do you think
you will go for free? He ain't gonna sign a new deal.
He's not gonna sign a new deal, but do you think Levy would take him, not leave him for free when he could get 100 mil? Let's say that's probably the most you can get out of him.
Depends if they get, because I can't lie. Tottenham recently they've been, don't know how, but they've been able to pull out big managers like Conte, Jose. So if they get another one,
how many times does
I know, but that
Kane have to
keep Kane stay again? I don't know.
Oh my god, this guy!
I don't know, man.
This guy's suffering as much as the fans though. Like he's
for real.
He's like
after sad stay because of Conte.
But how many times does that happen? We're like, oh, you got Poch. Okay, you build a team around Kane and you got all these big players, good manager. Nothing. Then who was it after? Was it Mourinho, right?
It was Mourinho and
Mourinho. Then same thing. Mourinho's coming. Okay, I'll stay. Nothing. Then Conte comes. All right, I'm gonna stay. Do you know what I mean? It's the same story all over again.
Old story.
Because you wanted this.
I do, but like, I've seen this movie before, man. If it happens again.
But the thing is, it's never been a situation where he's been in the last year of his contract, though.
Exactly.
So he's got more leverage now.
And no Champions League football either.
Yeah,
that's another factor.
Yeah, moving on to obviously the likely Champions League getters this year. Man United winning 1-0 against Aston Villa.
Sir.
Helpful result for the chasing pack, I should say, with regards to like Spurs and Liverpool.
Yeah, right.
Take the all, Niko.
Good game, man. Probably one of the best 1-0s I've seen this season. And not just saying it as a Man United fan, but Villa did bring the game as well. And they probably could have got a goal or two themselves. We should have had more than one as well, but probably one of the best 1-0s I've seen this season. I don't know if you guys watched it because it was a 2 p.m. game while the seat game was going on.
See the highlights.
But Lindelof stepped up, man. He stepped up to that centre-back role fantastically with Varane and Licha injured. So big props to him. Probably one of the... you don't need to see it, man. The goal line clearance he done today.
I saw the highlight.
Insane. That guy it was top bins. It was going top bins. And it wasn't a weak shot or anything. Like a dink.
Managed it, to be honest.
And he just knocks it over like a goalkeeper. Like as if goalkeepers using their hands. So credit to him, man. Bruno, another one that I need to give my hats to because that guy, he's been the driving force for us. And I think he was a big miss in the Sevilla game. Not saying he would have changed much, but you never know. But he's definitely been our most consistent player in the past few games. And he drove us to victory today. So nothing more I can say, man. Clean sheet as well against the Villa side. They've been scoring every game.
Yeah, they've been scoring.
Under Emery, first team to obviously block that now. Do that, sorry. I'm It's a good performance. It was a good, solid performance, professional performance. That's what I'll say. And now, top 4.
Tightened your grip on it now, haven't you?
Yeah, we have tightened the grip now. Still a bit wary though. Like I said, like we've said about Liverpool's fixtures and how they got favourable fixtures. We've got Brighton next now, midweek away. So we'll get through that first. We get through that. Looking like Champions League football again, man. Champions League anthem. So
obviously, I want to ask you as well. Yeah, obviously Maguire was dropped again today. Is it time at United up now? Or?
I believe so, man.
You believe so? Yeah,
I believe so. It's been a long time coming. I'll say Maguire's not been the only one at fault at United, but as a captain, as a club captain, to be putting in these performances you have been doing, and some of the things he's been saying on the media and his agent coming out and saying that you can't be saying these things and then putting in the performances you have been doing at the same time.
You know, it's mad. I saw something as well that like Marcus Rojo. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
He spoke about Solskjaer told him like, oh, I have to play him because of like his price tag.
Yeah, the money and wages and stuff.
Like, he literally openly said that the reason he wasn't playing is because obviously Solskjaer's the price tag, innit?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He's telling Rojo, I can't play you because obviously Maguire, the money we paid for him. And then Rojo's like, but I was like, I was cursing at Solskjaer because I was like, this guy's making mistakes week in, week out.
Yeah.
It sums it up, man. And I think that just sums up, not even just that, but it sums up. I personally believe, I don't think Solskjaer was the type of manager, or any manager, when you see someone perform the way Maguire does, to forcefully put them in. I'm sure there's like this message being passed down from a hierarchy. Obviously, it can be a bit political if we get into it, but it's the fact that
he's been... marquee signing, it? So
but it's another signing where we've not thought about this. Probably it's been rushed. It's been about the name, about the moment. And this has been going on for years. Post Fergie, it's been going on for years, right? Fergie, obviously, at the time, he had control of the club, the signings, etc. So and that was Fergie. You can't say nothing to him. So, but now when he went, the power obviously went somewhere else of these type of decisions. Well. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I'm glad now. And Bruno, when Maguire did come on for the last 5 minutes, what I'm happy is that Fernandes did not give that armband to him.
Yeah,
he kept the armband. So that shows that, and Bruno's our captain. He is the people's captain. You know what I'm saying? He's the people's captain.
He leads by example, about performance-wise.
Exactly. Like, even though there's games where he plays bad, I understand that, but it's the mentality.
Yeah.
It's about the mentality all the time. You see, not trying to compare him to Roy Keane, but when Roy Keane was at the club, he had that mentality. Like, there'll be times where maybe he's putting a stinker, but he don't care. He'll still tell people what's wrong.
Yeah.
And what I like a bit in the game as well is when Casemiro and Bruno they came up to each other and they both like said blaming each other for things. Yeah, but
they hugged out. Right?
They hugged out. You saw that video, right?
Yeah.
And that's 2 leaders right there. That's 2 leaders right there. And that is what we need. That's what we've been missing for a while.
United, man, it's good.
They're here for the Golden Glove.
I can't believe he's actually going to get that again.
But that's the thing, like we haven't been conceding crazy. The goals that have been conceded,
it's been mad.
It's been all in like a cluster of like a game or something. You know, we've conceded, I think, same goals as you or something.
Is it? Wow.
Like when you think about it,
that's actually mad.
Yeah.
These last few games we leaked in goals a lot, man. So, but anyways, we're not talking about.
Obviously, we don't want to skate past as well. Obviously, the potential sale of the club as well to the Qataris.
Yes, please, man, please.
Obviously, nothing's been confirmed yet, but we sort of process before the game as well. What do you reckon? You reckon it's gonna get done?
Hopefully. Santan Dave, I appreciate it, man. This guy's been out there on social media applying pressure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Applying pressure.
Because as everyone knows,
that means you need Stormzy to jump on it.
The Glazers have been they've just been taking in everything from United as from the club, from the players, from our success, from the fan base, everything. They've been stealing what Fergie's been like. Let's be honest, Fergie was the one who kind of like built all this. Like it wasn't the Glazers over these past few years. So we need to get the Glazers out. As simple as that. It's not about like someone coming in and pumping in some money and then Glazers still there. And I know this Jim Ratcliffe, right? When he was saying that his bid was about 50% stakes, and then the Glazers are left with 20%. But you think the Glazers won't have power either way.
No, but you have a certain percentage. You actually have the man.
But bro, like they've been there for 17 years.
They're still gonna have.
They're gonna have some sort of clause saying that they'll have like a lot of say.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like they'll still be there as well. So for me, it's Qatar or that's it. There's no other option.
What, Jim? You won't have Jim Ratcliffe now.
If it was him and just him, 100% sale like for him, and Glazers are gone, then yes. But it's the fact that they'll still be there. They'll still have a voice. Let's be honest. Like when someone's there for such a long time, that voice doesn't go like that. It's still there. It's like an echo. It's gonna linger around. So I'm praying Qataris do get this. It's not even just about the money. It's just about it's something different. Like the way the club's been run. It's been run disgustingly for the past years, and it's only come to show now that we've been changing managers time and time over the past few years.
Well, United, they're having a good season. United, obviously looking like top 4 and trophy so far, and it could be another one if you manage to do the job against Man City. We will never know. We will never know for now, but we'll see. But we're gonna move on to the other high-flying Champions League chasers. Newcastle United beating Southampton 3-1 again today as well.
Yeah. You're the fan. You set it off, mate.
Newcastle,
you got the top.
Yeah, you got the top.
Obviously, the last 2 games, obviously the midweek game they played as well. They were 1-0 down as well to Everton, and obviously come 1-0 down to get again today against Southampton. I got to give them credit, man.
Yeah.
The mentality of it, but I've said it for the last month to 6 weeks or so. I've said it. Like Niko's always said, they got some hard fixtures, but I said, nah, the momentum that they're carrying is crazy. And look, it goes to show that they've been 1-0 down in two separate games, and they've gone on to win the game both times by a substantial amount of goals as well. So obviously, Callum Wilson getting a brace in both games as well. Alexander Isak showing his price tag now, but it's worth it. Obviously, paying it back well.
Yeah.
And these aren't all star names. Obviously, Isak's a bit of a name, but obviously they've still got their core that they had from last season. Obviously, Jacob Murphy, your Joe Willox, Joe Linton, Longstaff, Dan Burn, Nick Pope. I mean, Kieran Trippier's obviously been there a year and a bit now, but their spine is still quite a. What's the way we're looking for? Quite a humble squad. It's not.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
They ain't thrown no money at it yet, so they're doing very well on their high flying, and got to give credit to Eddie Howe as well. It's looking like top 4 within. It's in their hands really.
I've got a question for you guys though. Like, do you guys think though? Obviously, like you said, they're a bit of a humble squad. They're not really big names. Do you think though? How do you think they'll cope when they have to stop signing big names to get to the top?
I mean, it's like
I think
you got to have to at one point. No,
I think it's all like how you said how the way United was run. I think this Newcastle club is run differently.
Yeah,
and obviously again, I think it's more down to Eddie Howe. Like again, the profile it does it suit? Does that profile suit the team? Like the build up? Like again, like they could have splashed up quickly in the January transfer.
And let's not forget as well, they're back there on the verge of getting Champions League quicker than what Man City did when they got their money as well. So
you're right.
It's been a proper build. Yeah. It's been very calculated. You've got to give credit to their owners as well, because their owners have been doing it properly.
Do you feel more threatened now that if they do get that Champions League, the players that you could have potentially got,
we're gonna go to Newcastle,
Maddison's, don't know, and all those sort of them players that are sort of lingering around like the top 6, like you could potentially grab all the players that are performing, like the top players for the teams below you. Are you more threatened that now Newcastle can now start taking them players away from you? Like,
of course, Newcastle are going to be big players for the next.
Especially that Champions League, like they might be Newcastle transfer window for certain players that you might need.
They could be used for some
players. Newcastle are going to muscle their way into the top 6, bro. They're going to muscle their way into the top 6 now. That's them solidified now.
But remember, I did say a few weeks ago, I said Newcastle part of the top 6.
Yeah, they are.
So who's leaving it?
Well, at the moment, it's Tottenham.
It's Tottenham right now.
It's Tottenham.
Yeah, so man, I guess so.
They might not even finish top 6 this season either. That's what I'm saying. Liverpool, they're getting a little shot because this little.
But then again, we're forgetting Chelsea might be in the wilderness for a little while now.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's not just say I know Tottenham's the big one to look at because they've been doing so badly, but we're still forgetting Chelsea.
Yeah. That's not bad. They're just out of the conversation.
They're just out of the conversation now.
They're out of the conversation, man. We don't even know what's going on. Bro, they're level with Bournemouth.
No.
39 points. They're even guaranteed safety. Well, they are guaranteed safety now. But
Frank Lampard's quote said this something this week was like, Chelsea don't deserve to be in 11th, so they just went down to 12th instead.
Lampard guy, man. That's just privileges, that man. That's just.
But no, I do believe they have like Newcastle. I think Newcastle United they both solidified Champions League football though. They have.
Yeah, no, I agree with
obviously,
you.
I
agree with you.
They got Arsenal and they got Brighton in the next couple of fixtures coming up. I can see them doing Arsenal. I can even see them doing Brighton as well.
Yeah, they have every right to go and beat us and Brighton. Where they're playing, bro, St James's Park.
You don't want to go there.
Don't tell me twice about that. Don't tell him twice about that. Don't forget about me.
I don't want to blame you, man. That one. I don't want to blame that one.
Hey, bro.
We've had a terrible month, so.
Oh, mate, St James's Park.
I need May to be good to me, man. May needs to be good to me, man. Because St James's Park is not a joke, man. They don't, and obviously they're not fearing no one.
It's a fortress. When I tell you, boys, St James's Park is a fortress. It's like Old Trafford. It's like Old Trafford.
Yeah, how many do they hold?
Old Trafford. They hold 50.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
50.
And the thing is, I think the difference, like about Newcastle and Man City, is that Newcastle are so iconic. Like they've got the Premier League history. They've got the Premier League legends in the past.
Bobby Robson days.
Exactly. Shearer, all these guys.
I mean, they ain't won a trophy in 8 years, but they still are an iconic club though.
And that's the difference between them and City, whereas City sort of like their history is now. Newcastle have that history.
Innit? I mean,
they are building history still.
So Newcastle, they are scary. Not scary at the moment, but like that.
The way they're playing, like they have their like what's the identity? You know that's like Newcastle. They're gonna give everything.
Like full throttle football attacking going forward.
Like, well knit team. They're not just like done a Chelsea where they just bought everyone and that's it. Hope
That's
for the
what
best.
I'm saying. That's why they got to give credit to Eddie Howe and their trajectory overall, because the togetherness, the mentality, the spirit.
And we're forgetting Wilson's not even starting these games either.
And he's still scoring goals.
He's coming on. So they're bringing players on like AC Gordon.
Everyone's buying into the system.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. But obviously, we're just going to touch on the other results. Obviously, Brighton winning 6-0 against Wolves. Brighton, another team well-oiled. Great team. Robert De Zerbi did a lot of credit for what he's doing there as well.
Someone asked me, do you reckon De Zerbi will go to Tottenham? But then I don't think he needs to go to Tottenham. I think he can build
something at Brighton. You reckon?
They got the stadium for it. They got the facilities.
Brighton's a bit more healthy right now than Tottenham.
That's what I'm saying, but the players have got that. The way they start, I think they can push for that little.
Yeah. I agree.
Tottenham's and that as well. And I don't think he really needs to go.
But then it's about.
But they don't.
Brighton are. Let's be honest. Brighton are not a buying club; they're a selling club.
I hear it.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Let's put it this way: Tottenham are not buying no one either.
But still, Tottenham's still within that echelon of.
I hear what you're saying. I
don't feel like if he's at Brighton, he doesn't need to feel like he needs to. Okay, I'm gonna go to Tottenham and just.
It's still a big step up, bro. So it's a big step up. But let's not kid ourselves here. Spurs are in a bad. A bad space right now.
Think about people leaving that squad. That's a massive rebuild as well.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be. It's still for someone like Robert De Zerbi, who's still making his name. He's not a full blown name. Like that's still an attractive job for him, because it's still Brighton's. Okay, Brighton are doing very well now, but Brighton is Tottenham is still a big step up. Like
money talks as well. He'll get more money in Tottenham.
So would you take him?
De Zerbi, I would take a kid. I would take De Zerbi.
I think he would want to bring players from Brighton as well to use.
I'll take that. Matoma, I want Matoma.
Yeah.
They're gonna tell me twice. Caicedo could get him. I mean, more likely to go Arsenal, obviously, but take him. Lewis Dunk, he's a bit of a shit house, but I'll take Lewis Dunk. Adam Webster, take Adam Webster. Take a few.
They've got. For me personally, they've got depth in their squad as well.
Look at the new youngster that's coming in.
And Caesar.
Yeah.
2 assists.
And there was no one that scored recently. Was it Facundo or something like that?
Oh, Undav now.
Undav as well. But there was no one called Facundo. They just come breed these youngsters out of nowhere. Like,
shout out to their recruitment process, man.
Honestly. And it's crazy because like a lot of us, like top teams, people who support top teams or whatnot, we complain about how, for example, like let's say United fans, right, about Martinez and Varane not being injured and not starting these games. You lot and Saliba. These guys, they changed their main players. McAllister didn't play, Matoma and Caicedo, and they still come and slap teams like Wolves 6-0. Like that's not normal.
Crazy.
someone's got to tap at their recruitment. I'm telling you, man. Someone needs to, one of these big clubs needs to find out what's happening there.
And like you said about recruitment, they've actually didn't they recently sign João Pedro from Watford?
Was that done? Oh,
did they? Yeah, they did. And apparently they're close to signing James Milner as well. For free.
Way.
Yeah.
That's mental.
So they're doing their business earlier.
Fair play to them. Also, want to give a shout out to Gary O'Neill and Bournemouth, obviously beating Leeds 4-1 today as well, and securing their space in the Premier League this season as well.
You took them from relegate from.
Yeah, they were nailed down to go down as well. Before he come and took in, everyone thought they would be a favourites to go down.
Big results against Liverpool, Newcastle,
favorite Spurs against well. Yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the roundup. Oh, quick prediction: Arsenal Chelsea. What do you reckon?
I don't even know these days no more, man. I don't even know these days. Like, we should slap them.
We should. History says otherwise, but if we lose to a Frank Lampard team, don't know, man. Modric, winner incoming. Modric, winner incoming.
Them ones there.
My twist. Nah.
Like they'll do it just so we can get battered on
Yeah. No.
I don't know. I'll say a 2-0 win for us.
What do you reckon, Nick?
For me, it's either two results. I think you either smash them 3-0, 4-0.
Yeah.
Or what? I see 1-1.
Shit.
A 1-1 or something like that. Like, it's just Chelsea get like an early goal, they just hold back the whole game, and it's 1-1.
I reckon Arsenal will win 2-0. To be fair, comfortable.
Hope so, man.
What? Yeah, I mean, we said this about Southampton, like when they should have beat them, and West Ham, but.
That's what I'm saying. But I can't lie, this is a Frank Lampard team. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
We'll see, innit? We'll see. Bank holiday weekend, boys. Have a good bank holiday.
Appreciate it, man. You too.
Whatever you do. That's all we got time for. I've been Joey, Niko, Carlos. That's been the Benchviews Sports Show. You know what to do already. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Tell your friend, tell a friend, tell your uncle, tell your sister, tell your dad, tell your whoever, tell everyone. But yeah, we're here, man. We'll see you again next week. Peace.